Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day to Miss Azira. So our group will be presenting about job satisfaction. So let's go.
So today I'm going to talk about the importance of job certification. So firstly, job certification is very important because first we bring the good relationship with the organization, because when you have certified with your job, you will bring the relationship with the organization. So for example, the employer and the manager, or the employer and the upper management, if doesn't have the good relationship, so that have become the flaw of the organization will become slowly. Job certification also will bring the higher productivity in the company, because when the employer have the positive environment at the company, so they will tend to do their work more and do their best every day when they go to the work, because the productivity actually not overtime or more hours you do the work, but the productivity means how you doing your best or your performance when the time was given. So that is the productivity. So the productivity, the higher productivity will also affect the job certification, because this approved research by Oxford University Business School. They found happy workers are 30% more productivity than unhappy workers. As you can see, happy workers is certification worker. Certification worker, they will perform more rather than uncertification, because when you discertify uncertification with something, you will lower productivity. When the employer have certification, they will get higher productivity, because employer more engagement, which is employer willingness and ability to contribute to the success of company, which is bring. The next point is increased profit, because the increased profit when the worker doing the hard and making the work best result, so that we bring the increased profit, which means the employer certification will bring the customer satisfaction. Lastly, the importance of job certification will bring the loyalty of the employer in the company, which means decrease the turnover. Maybe the turnover is sometimes is positive, which is when the involuntary turnover, but when the voluntary turnover is really give the bad to the HR or the organization also in the company. For example, when the employer that turnover, which is go and leaving the company because the dissatisfaction of their work, so this will bring bad effect to the company, which is from the cost training, because the training we have give to the employer, the secret of the company will expose when the employer have left and leaving the company.
Okay, for the next point, I will explain some factors that affect job satisfaction. Actually, job satisfaction is a big factor in employment engagement and the level of disciplinary effort team members are likely to make. So no doubt, people's work performance suffers when they doesn't feel satisfied with their job, but not to mention with their quality of life. Of course, every person have unique in what they wish to achieve from their work, but there are some job satisfaction factors that psychologists usually agree on. Job satisfaction may lead to cost reduction by reducing absence, task error, conflicts at work, and turnover. As work is an important aspect of people's life, and most people spend a large part of their working life at work. So understanding the factors involved in a job satisfaction is crucial to improving employees' performance and productivity. First, working environment. It is essential to provide employees with a work environment that is conducive to their overall development. They need an environment that is healthy and also safe and caters to personal comfort and facilitates doing a good job. If the working conditions are good, clean or attractive surrounding, the personnel will find it easier to carry out their job. But on the other hand, if the working conditions are poor, like hot or noisy surrounding, so the personnel will find it more difficult to get things done. Hence, it can be said that having a friendly and supportive environment and also surrounding can increase the job satisfaction. Second is fair policies and practices. Individuals who perceive that promotion decisions are made in a fair and just manner are likely to experience satisfaction from their job. So employees employees are often demotivated and dissatisfied with their job because unfair policies and practices prevail at their workplace. Therefore, it is of utmost importance for an organization to have a fair and equal system regarding practices and policies so that there is no discrimination and frustration. And third, salary and benefits. Pay, in terms of monetary value, is usually the most important factor determining whether an employee feels satisfied with a job or otherwise. In fact, the may be the primary factor for new employees to the organization and newcomers to the workforce. Apart from the pay, there are other benefits that would affect employees' job satisfaction level, such as compensation benefits, which may include medical coverage, traveling allowance, holiday package that are offered as incentive to employees, as well as office spaces that are allocated by rank, which reflect the power and the importance of the employee's position, and so on.
Next is impacts of job satisfaction on employees. High job satisfaction can affect employees in a positive or in a good way. Okay, the first impact is promotes harmonious employees relation, which is human relationships in the workplace are a key part of what makes a business work. When employees are delighted about their relationship with supervisors, colleagues or teams, their chances of working excitedly increase. So that it is the basis of good relationships, since it makes employees to be more open, honest, and also transparent among them. Second is organizational citizenship behavior, which is it was a word used to define any positive and constructive actions and behaviors of employees beyond part of their formal job description, which is this kind of employee can support their colleagues and benefits the entire organization. Okay, the third one is reduce employees absenteeism. With increasing the employees' job satisfaction, employees' absenteeism will be reduced because it is costly. So, research has shown that persons who think their job or work is important have less absenteeism than those who do not. So, that is why satisfied employees have fewer avoidable absences. Okay, so the last impacts of job satisfaction on employees is job satisfaction help to create a low stress environment. So employees who feel continuous stress and pressure to perform at work, they may develop disinterest, tiredness, muscle tension, headache, issues with drug misuse, and blood stress. So job satisfaction increases when employees are able to experience a stress-free environment where they are acknowledged by their teammates, by their supervisors and others. But when they make mistakes, they are not afraid of losing their job.
To present how employee express their dissatisfaction, basically we have 3 points. First, workplace devices. Second, negative attitude or interpersonal devices. Thirdly, lack of working and deep management. Workplace devices meaning it's the deviation in the workplace. In group psychology, explain that it is related to the desire or undesirable can affect everything, the well-being in the organization, which means the devices is something that will cause something harm to the organization that may lead to something worse. This is how employees express their dissatisfaction, like do some corruption or being unhonest in doing their works, or any disturbances that can make the management also feel anger to the dissatisfied worker. Dissatisfied worker, they are not really interested with the progress of the organization. Personal divided or negative attitude, this is how the dissatisfied workers express their dissatisfaction by showing something that negative. We know that when we are in anger, of course our behavior will be in unstable emotion. So how they did is they have trouble in their attendance. Next, bullying other employees to do their work and create something that unpeaceful situation like sexual harassment, man to man or man to woman. They will also gossiping. We know why the employee behaves in a negative situation like this, because we know that something surrounding and the environment affect us, like the included management affect the worker. lack of working and deep management is related to there is no heart-to-heart from the employee and employer and around the organizational situation. We know that they also can't be cooperative, not share their idea, intellectual wide discussion. They can do better in their work, and also there is no effective communication in the organization. It is necessary to have the effective communication so that we know they have feelings or deep feelings in working. What is an accurate way to express the dissatisfaction? First, we can voice it out or report to the social department. But actually, it's normal if we an employee having the stress and dissatisfaction in our work. But there's something that we need to consider. First is we need to be professional. Like we can have the discussion with the management and talk what we need.
So we are going to discuss about the very last question of this poster, which is what brings happiness at work. What could we do to provide meaning and joy at our workplace that could lead to job satisfaction itself? So one of the most important keys of happiness at work is to encourage peer-to-peer feedback, or as we call it, two-way communication. It means to encourage the team to help one another and provide positive and constructive comments that they will learn from. Peer-to-peer feedback also brings out people to be themselves or their true selves. So when their voices are heard and the opinions they give are considered and respected, they would be encouraged and motivated to express themselves more and be connected with the people who share their interests and hobbies. So the objective here is to provide joy or happiness to people lives at work. So one of the significant things to do is to create a functioning, attractive workplace. Not only about providing employees with a desk and a computer, it's about forming a setting where they feel welcome and at ease, so that would allow them to perform their best work or performance. Socializing with employees also help to create a healthy workplace environment. I think that workplace friendships also aid to the development of a strong company culture that could lead to better levels of job satisfaction as well as reduction in sick days. Maybe celebrate birthday or attend events together would be some of the good ways to socialize with employees. And as an employer, how about support your employees to strive for something more and drive them to advance in their career? Invest them through training, upskilling, mentoring or coaching, because it could increase their happiness and engagement, and they also could provide additional skills or expertise as a result. And after going through training, coaching and all that, don't forget to provide opportunities for career development to the employees who exceeds their expectations. Give them the tools to do their job and reward them for a job well done. So lastly, by even implementing small changes to improve employee job satisfaction to the work, the organization will benefit from significant long-term rewards. So why not see and try what you could do to support your employees today? So if there is anyone that could answer every question on this poster and knows what brings happiness at your work, I think that you like your job and we suggest for you to stay there. I think that's all from our group. Thank you so much for listening to our presentation.